everyone. Today I'm going to share with you my new craft room that I have moved into. Well, it's a big house that I've moved into 2.5 weeks ago, but I have now got my own craft room and I'm so excited. It's been like a dream of mine for a long time to have my own craft room, and now it's reality, which makes me very happy. So of course I need to share with you the craft room. It is still some things that needs to be done. It's not totally finished, but it's a good way on the road to being the way I want it. So what you see here on the wall is some cards that have been sent by crafters, friends on YouTube and Instagram, and they kind of have a nice display in this room because if I move further out, this is the area where I sit and craft. And this is my quite a big craft room actually. This area here, this whole wall, will need to be done up because it looks very empty. I probably will buy these bookcases with glass door for this wall as well, because I like how it looks. It looks very sleek, and IKEA has some great prices and it looks really nice, so I'm happy with it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start at this door here where I've got a bag. It's a blue bag and I keep all of my tech stuff in it. So I've got my cables for my camera, for my laptop, for other things, chargers and stuff like that. It's just the tech bag. And then next to that, I received this in the post, like a massive surprise. It's from Crafter's Companion. It's a gift. And it's great for when I am painting or doing mixed media. I haven't used it because I literally received it when I moved out of my own place, but it's going to be really good to use when I'm painting and using kind of icky stuff. Well, not that I use icky stuff, but you know what I mean, kind of, when you use mixed media sprays and stuff, you don't want to destroy your clothes. And then here I've got my desk. This is an IKEA desk. IKEA is good. I'm Swedish, so obviously I like IKEA because IKEA is a Swedish company. But this desk is really good. It is a sit and stand desk, so I can pretty much push it up and then I can stand at the desk. And then I've got my amazing chair. I love this chair. This is the best investment I've ever done. It is also a Swedish make. It was really difficult to get my hands on this in the UK, and it was expensive, but it's well worth it, especially since I work in this room as well sometimes. So I wanted to have a place where I could actually sit very, very comfortable, and that chair is amazing. It's really good. And the table is glass as well, so that works well with crafting, because if I get glue on it, I could just easily wipe that away. And then I have got my tower here of all of my markers. Isn't that a beautiful view? I love it. These are 216 Spectrum Noir illustrated markers. Investing in the Copics was not something I wanted to do because it's way too much money in my opinion. Here in the UK at least, it's very, very, very expensive and they're never on sale. So I got myself the Spectrum Noir illustrator markers, and I'm following this lady. She's Swedish and she does like coloring videos and tutorials with these markers, and they're amazing. And I knew, and she's comparing because she's a Copic certified colorist, I think it's called. So she says they are like really similar. It's like she said she doesn't feel any difference between the two pens, the Copic and the Spectrum Illustrator marker. So I got them on her recommendations and I've been really happy with them. I also, the other day actually, I just coloured in this colour chart, and isn't that beautiful? It's gorgeous. And under the colour chart, I've got all of my papers. I've got watercolour paper pads and extra smooth surface drawing pads from Bristol board. I guess it's called Bristol board. I use that when I colour with my markers. I probably should get proper marker pads and paper, but I have got some. I've got like maybe 10 proper kind of Spectrum Noir Illustrator marker paper, but I try to use them when I really want to colour something that I know I will be good at, and I'm still a noob, so I'm gonna wait a little bit to use those. Moving on, I've also got my pink underlay here for when I'm gonna film my videos. I have got my camera arm tripod thing that I literally just do like this with, and then I film my videos. And then I've got my laptop there, and then this is the mess, I guess. I actually wanted to have like a small vacuum for my die cutting, because every time I do my die cutting I'm like, oh, it just gets so messy, then I need to take in my big vacuum machine. So I got this for Christmas, and it's perfect for tiny little die cut pieces, so it doesn't get everywhere in the room. And then I've got some headphones there and some stuff for my office. Just, yeah, I've got some tape there as well and some antibacterial gel wipes and things, but that's a little bit of a mess. And then if I look down here, I've got my printer, and then this box with craft projects in the making. Then up here I've got, so on top of these bookshelves, I've got these 4 boxes. We've got tech stuff, we've got large stamps, and then we've got mixed media, products, glues and stuff, and then we've got my A4 paper pads in that one. And then here I've got, so inside of the glass doors I've got ephemera, I've got stickers, I've got my 6x6 paper pads, I've got, actually I'm going to open this so it's not too glary. I have got my distress ink, my die cuts, I've got my ink here, so, and stamping ink, I've got my clear stamp pads, or I don't think they're called stamp platforms, things, clear blocks for stamping. I've got some mediums there for mixed media stuff, and for my cards I've got paints. I have got decorations down there, and then planner stuff and calligraphy things, and then this shelf down there is just mixed media, and it's really, there's no order there. There's some Christmas things as well. I need to sort that out. Then in here I have got my stamps. So I've got Tilda stamps, I got unmounted stamps, which is a lot of them. I need to mount actually. I've got Hengler stamps, I got a mixture of stamps, I got my Haven Hill stamps there, my own design, my own creation. I've got MFT stamps, and then wood mounted stamps, and then inside those folders I've got more stamp sets. I've got a lot of stamps now actually. I didn't used to have this much stamps, but I think it's because I've got into the whole colouring, and it's so much more fun than stickers, in all honesty. And then down here I have got my brushes, I've got my watercolour pens, my Prismacolor pens, I've got my watercolour palettes, I've got my just pencil sharpeners and palettes, and yeah, everything for my watercolouring and pencils and Sharpies and whatever. Just a lot there. And then if I go further down here, I've got my scoreboards and my punches. I have got my amazing Tim Holtz stamp pad platform. It's great. So happy with it. And then in that little, I guess you would call it a jar, bigger jar, I've got scissors, and I've got flower making supplies like glue pens and things. And then down here I've got my card bases. And in the orange little box there, I've got some paperwork. And then the shelf down there is empty, except it's got some more pen storage for a Spectrum Noir. Moving on, here I've got my paper pads. So these are all of the paper pads that I use on like a daily basis. Well, not daily basis really, but you know, like paper pads that does not cost as much as my designer paper pads. The designer paper pads, I usually try to die cut things out of it and just I've got a lot of stamperia. I've got more like photo plate. It's a little bit more like designer paper. I've got Minte stuff here. Yeah, I've got more designer paper pads there. And then here is more like kind of cheaper paper pads that I've spent like a $5 on. I've got some Tilda there. Yeah, just, yeah, a little bit like of my, I'm not so fussed about them. Even though I like them, I divide them up into two kind of stashes. And then under them, I've got textiles and I've got embroidery stuff. This can be for my cards as well because it's got this kind of fabric that I can use on my cards. These books are really fun. They are for hand embroidery things. I've got embroidery floss there. And then I've got thread and my sewing machine and more thread there. So this is a little bit of a shelf which I don't use as much, especially these two. I want to start maybe sewing more, but it's not something I've done that much. But I need to get into that. And then in there, that's the door to quite a big wardrobe. At the moment, it's filled with boxes, but I need to sort that out and maybe I can do something in there. I've also got my wedding dress hanging in there for the time being until Corona is over. And yeah, I'm not going to go into that place. And then of course I've got this kind of area of the room where I don't really know what to do yet. I have got my brother scan and cut, which I love. I've also got my 2 die cutting, kind of manual die cutting machines. I've got my chipboard stickers and chipboard in there. I've got photo albums down there. And then I've got all of my metal dies in there. And then more metal dies that does not fit into these storage. These are great. They are from Art Bin. And yeah, all of these are filled up. I probably need to get another one of these, but as of now, I'm happy with it, so it works out good. And then down here, I've got my planner and my planner stickers and stuff like that. And then I've got wedding planning things there. And then I've got my legal books and journals down there. And that is, and yeah, of course, I've got my glue and stuff, foam tape there. But that's the room, and I'm just really happy with it. I mean, if you look at it like this, it looks really nice, and then you turn here and it doesn't look as nice, but I'm happy with it, and hopefully in a few months' time I can be totally finished with it, and just being able to share that with you then. But for now, I see you in my next video, and thank you for watching. Bye.